What's going on, family? I'm Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to continue to examine 100 years of world championship fights. I want to take a look at Joe Frazier and Jerry Quarry's two-fight series. And what a fight series that was. They would mix it up June 23rd, 1969 in New York's Madison Square Garden. The referee was Arthur McAntee, and he would start the contest 3 minutes of the 7th round. Now, the fight was initially scheduled for 15 rounds because it was for the NYSAC's World Heavyweight Championship belt. The fight took place at New York's Madison Square Garden in front of 16,570 spectators. It was Joe Frazier's fourth title defense, and Jerry Quarry would suffer a cut over his right eye. Joe Frazier would make sure that cut would remain a factor in the fight. Now, Joe Frazier would earn $250,000, 35% of the gate, 40% of closed-circuit television rights. This was something new. 125 locations were held for closed-circuit television. George Foreman, who was a 1968 heavyweight championship contest winner in Mexico, would show up and make his professional debut. And Joe Frazier, after he would be in the locker room shadowboxing, George Foreman would watch Joe Frazier. And when he examined the fight between him and Jerry Quarry that took place later that evening, saw a lot of things that he might be vulnerable to. Now, the second fight took place June 17th, 1974. The referee was Brown Bomber Joe Louis. Stopped the contest when heavyweight ranked number 3, Jerry Quarry, would be punched to death over the right eye. And he would be bleeding profusely. This fight was also at New York's Madison Square Garden. And the announcer would state 1 minute and 37 minutes of the 5th round that this fight would be over. 14,611 New York Madison Square Garden fight fans would invest $517,006 to watch Smoking Joe Frazier help squirt the gash of blood that would flow over the eyes of Jerry Quarry. He would bob and weave, left hook, body, and head. And he would cause the fans to squirmish, yelling and cheering and begging that Joe Louis, who was the referee, stop the fight. So much so that Smoking Joe Frazier would hint to Joe Louis, telling him, please stop the fight. Joe Louis would tell him to go on. This is a heavyweight championship contest. Joe Frazier would finish off Jerry Quarry. Quarry earned $225,000 for the fight, and Joe Frazier earned $400,000 for the fight. Joe was hit with a low blow, 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the first round. He would return the favor back to Jerry Quarry. Oh, what a fight that was. Let's take a look at the first fight and the second fight between Joe Frazier and Jerry Quarry, right here on the Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series.
But not hit to go against them, just slipping back against them. A left landed against Joe's head. Joe came in with a right up. Quarry is landing off it. Frazier right, but watch Quarry with those quick mud throw Quarry. Quarry fighting differently thus far in this bout. Not retreating. Quarry carrying the fight to Frazier, who is unrelentingly aggressive. A lot of punches thrown in this first round. A good left by Frazier and a good half left in the first round. Can take a punch better than Frazier. He's got a granite-like chin, but he hasn't perhaps faced a man who can hit like Frazier before. Round one. Both men trying to do damage to the middle.
Now you're looking at Jerry Quarry, who is to your left, and Smoking Joe Frazier from Philadelphia is to your right. What a slugfest this was. This fight took place in 1969. This was their first fight.
First round surprise. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, a good right by Quarry. Reverts to natural style and counterpunches. It's that way, including Floyd Patterson. His blood coming from Quarry's nose. Now, Frazier is pummeling Quarry with lefts and rights. Quarry striking back and getting in a good round. Good right, though, by Quarry right there. Oh, a good right by Quarry and another good. They are directly above us now. Quick lefts by Frazier. Frazier. Oh, good right by Frazier. An attempt to follow up with a left that missed. Another good left and Quarry was stunned. He's hurt.
Now the issue Jerry Quarry is having right now, Jerry Quarry, as a reminder, has the red trunks and Joe Frazier has the black and gold trunks. Jerry Quarry cannot keep the pace and the punching power going with Joe Frazier. He's reacting right now. Joe Frazier, this is how he fights. And he will never change his style. That's how he was taught by Yancey Durham in the Philadelphia gyms. The Slaughterhouse Boxing Gym in Philadelphia had produced some monsters of fighters. The Smoking Joe Frazier was no different. Woo! What body punches and left hooks Joe Frazier is landing on Jerry Quarry. But Jerry Quarry is game. Oh my God.
That's very great courage and can take a punch. There's no bounce left to Jerry, no spring.
Joe, can I interrupt you for a minute? How you feeling?
All right.
You look as good or better than the last time you were in town training for Machen, and you've had some good luck since then, and you've had some good fights. Where do you think you stand at this point of your career now?
Well, I'm much faster. My punches is much shorter than they've been for the last 2 fights. Matter of fact, I guess I've been pushing pretty hard.
Cassius has refused to be drafted, has really turned this championship picture upside down. How do you feel about it?
Well, I always had want to fight Clay more than anything in this world. I think that if I could meet him one of these days, I could whoop him. But it looks like he's out of the picture now, so we'll just take the next man who take his place.
Turn in jail out of all this, and that there'll have to be an elimination tournament for the championship. How do you feel about that?
Well, Yanks here, he's the manager, and if he said I'll go in with full power.
You think it's a good idea, though? I've read that you feel it's not a good idea.
No, I don't really think it's a good idea. If I'm all the way up there to 2 or 3, why should I go battle in number 5, number 6 or 7? It really don't make sense. I fought hard to get up there, so why should I go back down?
What about young talk to you here for a moment then, I guess, because you're the brain trust. Just what will be your strategy to bring the championship to Joe Frazier?
Well, we're willing to challenge any of the fellows that are ahead of us there. Carl Millenberger, Floyd Patterson, or anyone they may choose to be the champ.
But so far as the formal elimination tournament, you want no part of that?
I have no part. I have no intention to participate in an elimination. Listen, I think, and Carl Millenberger, those are only 2 that I think I'm having trouble with.
What about young Jerry Quarry out here in California?
Well, Jerry looks good to me. I have no comment on Jerry, just looking good.
Professional who has lost but one in a very busy career, my friend and buddy Jerry Quarry.
Jerry Quarry, 193.
Jerry Quarry for tonight's fight weighs in at an even 193. pounds. All right, boxing fans, stepping onto the scale, the great former champion. He held the title 2 times from New York, the very likable Floyd Patterson.
Floyd Patterson, 194.
All right, fans, there you have it from Clayton Fry. Floyd Patterson weighing in at an even 194 pounds, 1 pound heavier than his young opponent, Jerry Quarry.
Yeah, like you're trying to see the winner.
I'll have you face this way when you're through, too. All right, want to turn this way now, fellas? Give him a chance.
Let's get it. Let's go and weigh in, Jerry. What do you want to say? Wave, Joe. Wave, how about that? Yeah, let's see what you got. Look out. What you got, bantamweight? Yeah. 113. 113? Just couldn't get loose that other pound to make a flyweight. Hey, man, you in shape. Too early to worry about, Jerry. Well, I hope one day we can fight him. That's all. Never a nice boy.
How about what would you tell Quarry? Quarry, I would tell to box this guy. Be sure and move over and be sure and box. Now, either guy can box for my money. That's why it's such a tough fight. It's going, guy that throws the most punches wins. All right, they're coming in, Angelo. Thank you very much. Jerry Quarry is the first man in the ring. Jerry Quarry was born in Los Angeles 29 years ago on May 15th, 1945. Possessed of a granite chin, fine boxing ability, and a knockout punch, Quarry's problem has been in getting his ring assets to work for him. When they do, he's one of the best. When they don't, he's in trouble, as when he was KO'd twice by Muhammad Ali, once each by Joe Frazier and George Chavalos. But Jerry says he has it together now, and he may have. Under a new manager, Gil Clancy, he's won 6 in a row, 5 by knockouts to make his overall record 59 fights, with 49 wins, 6 losses, and 4 draws. Jerry has had many chances, but up to now he's never won the big one. He'll never have a better chance than tonight. Jerry's already in the ring. We're waiting for the former champion, Joe Frazier, to put in an appearance. Jerry will operate in the corner just across from us, and Joe Frazier will operate in the corner to our right. And of course, the referee of this contest is going to be the famed Brown Bomber, a former heavyweight champion of the world, a man who held the title more than anybody in boxing history, Joe Louis. We just saw the wife of Jerry Quarry, Charlie. Now here comes Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier shuffling up to the ring. He's getting a tremendous ovation, as did Quarry. Former heavyweight champion Joe Frazier was born in Beaufort County, South Carolina, January 12, 1944, which makes him 30 years old. He now lives in Philadelphia.
Yo, this is awesome. Reminds me of Marvelous Marvin Hagler, bouncing down the ring, ready for business.
Jimmy Ellis in 5 rounds in February of 1970. Listen to the hand for Joe. Joe cemented that victory by winning a 15-round decision over Muhammad Ali in March of 1971 in what was undoubtedly the greatest sports event of all time. But Joe was bombed out for the title in 2 rounds by George Foreman in January of 1973, and then lost a disputed decision to Muhammad Ali early this year to make his pro mark 32 fights with 30 wins, 2 losses, and 25 knockouts. Where does Smokin' Joe go from here? Tonight we'll have the answer. With his back to us, with a striped shirt, there is Joe Louis, the former heavyweight champion of the world. In Incidentally, in the weight department, Frazier weighed in yesterday at 212, Quarry 197 and a half. In the matter of reach, Frazier has just a slight edge in reach, 73 and a half inches to 72 inches for Jerry Quarry.
Joe Louis is talking to Emil Griffith.
Here's our ring announcer, Jack Brammy.
6-time champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, with us this evening are some of the great fighters from past and present. As I call their name, will they please come up to the ring? With us in the ring right now, one of the most popular middleweight prospects in the world, the very, very exciting Vito Anthony. Also with us in the ring right now, ladies and gentlemen, 5-time welterweight and middleweight champion, the very popular Emil Griffith.
Hey, Angela, you know Emil pretty well, don't you? Most remarkable fighter in the world today. Amazing.
Former middleweight champion, the saying is that he fought them all from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Joey Giardello.
He was a good fighter. Yes, he was. Really a good champion.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, with us, with these two gentlemen, please come up in the ring at the same time if they can. They fought the greatest wars ever seen here in Madison Square Garden. Former featherweight champions Willie Pep and Sandy Sadler. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, former featherweight champion of the world, one of the greatest, Willie Pep, Joey Giardello.
There's Willie.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, with us in the audience tonight, one of the great heavyweight champions of all time. Would he please take a bow? None other than Gene Tunney.
Gentleman Gene, the Fighting Marine. He's over on the left-hand side, in the ring side. There he is, Gene Tunney. A memorable champion. What a hand he's getting.
Also,
Irving
from
Mitchell
New
Phelps
Jersey,
with him.
one of the great heavyweight champions of all time, Jersey Joe Walcott.
Oh, boy, remember his fight with Marciano? Jersey Joe. Doing youth work in New Jersey now. There's Jersey Joe.
There is another former great in the audience with us tonight. If he would he please, ladies and gentlemen, Jersey Joe Walcott.
There's a festive mood in the crowd tonight.
Welterweight champion, please come up in the ring from Camagüey, Cuba, none other than Kid Gavilan.
Kid Gavilan. Where's the kid? He was a great welterweight champion.
And last but certainly not least, he's known as
Here
the
comes
People's
Gavilan.
Champion,
There's Kid
and he's
Gavilan.
none other than
With the polo punch.
Ali. Muhammad Ali. Kid Gavilan, ladies and gentlemen.
Kid Gavilan. Muhammad Ali has been a
Cuban Hawk, Kid Gavilan. Great fighter.
He's coming in through Jerry's corner. Muhammad Ali. Every time you see him, he looks better.
Yeah, this was when boxing was boxing.
Inform you that two other champions with us in the ring in the audience tonight, former welterweight champion Johnny Bratton and former lightweight champion Ike Williams.
Oh, my
Johnny Bratton
God.
and Ike Williams.
Great fighters. I had the pleasure of meeting every last one of these fighters.
Cream white suit.
Ike Williams, ladies and gentlemen, former lightweight champion of the world.
Ike Williams from Philadelphia.
Brandon in the white suit, Nike Williams in the brown suit.
About 20 years ago.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our featured attraction of the evening. 12 rounds heavyweight elimination match. Tonight's heavyweight boxing match is under the jurisdiction and supervision of the New York State Athletic Commission. The three commissioners are present. They are Chairman Edwin B. Dooley, Commissioner Kenneth Sherwood, and Commissioner Manuel Gonzalez. Your judges for the main event are Artie Aidala and Jack Gordon. And ladies and gentlemen, the referee for the main event, the greatest. From Detroit, Michigan, the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis.
Joe Louis, the referee.
With a round of applause. Absolutely.
A standing ovation from this huge crowd in Madison Square Garden. Beautiful picture there. They won't stop applauding. Attaboy, Joe. Tremendous ovation, and he deserves it. You can tell what a fine crowd we have here tonight.
And now, fighting out of New York City, wearing green and white trunks, weighing in at 197 and 1/2 pounds, the number 3 ranked heavyweight in the world, and winner of his last 6 bouts in a row, Irish Jerry Quarry.
There's Charlie, his wife.
And his opponent from that colorful city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Tonight wearing beach trunks, weighing in at an even 212 pounds, the former heavyweight champion of the world, and the number 2 ranked contender, Smoking Joe Frazier.
Both boys got a tremendous ovation. But interspersed with Frazier's introduction were a few boos, which is natural. Joe Louis giving the instructions.
No, break when I say break. Don't hit on a break. And keep your punches out. Good luck to both of you.
Scoring in New York on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system if the rounds come out even on an official's card. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. If a man floored 3 times, he is considered knocked out. If a man is floored at or near the ringing of the bell, he must arise by the count of 10. Frazier forcing the action. Quarry counterpunching. Frazier won that previous bout in 1969 on a 7-round knockout because of a bad cut. But he overwhelmed Quarry that night. Let's see what happens this evening. Quarry the green trunks. Frazier in the pink trunks. Frazier's devastating punch is his left hook. Quarry is a good counter puncher. Both hands.
Now soon you're going to watch Joe Frazier get hit with a vicious low blow and return the favor back to Jerry Quarry.
Quarry has landed some hard head punches.
Woo!
This is right by Frazier.
Oh my God.
Louis breaks them. complaining about a low blow.
And Joe's gonna hit him right back.
Quarry comes over to apologize. Frazier complains of a low blow. Quarry apologized, and Joe threw one in that was low.
Take matters in your own hands in this corner.
Maybe that kind of a fight.
But Jerry Quarry was a very sincere guy.
To go in round one.
But this is a boxing match. What a left hook thrown by Joe Frazier.
There's the bell, and they battle up the bell. Angelo Dundee. Is Quarry fighting the way he should fight?
No, he's circling one way, going right. He should cut back and forth. He landed some good shots, but now Joe's getting onto his style. He should be cutting back in. Now he's getting hit some awful good shots because he's doing something he's not accustomed to. He's trying to box. He's not using his left jab whatsoever. He spun him one time. He should keep spinning, Joe.
Well, let's take a look at that low blow, Angelo. And boy, it was low. I don't blame you, Joe.
I think I'd eat a little bit.
Coming up to round two. Now Quarry is starting to box. Frazier on top of him. Making Quarry fight his fight.
One of the greatest sounds you would hear was the grunting sound of Joe Frazier before he threw that vicious left hook. Oh, unbelievable. And then you hear the sound effects of the impact of the left hook, going to the body or head of his opponent.
You notice Quarry is fighting without a mouthpiece.
No, Don, he has a mouthpiece. He's cut in the middle. Double mouthpiece.
Frazier is smiling.
Jerry Quarry cannot slug with Joe Frazier. That would be his mistake. But that's his punching style. Joe Frazier will not stop coming.
Less than a minute to go in round two. Frazier having a good round. Quarry is hurt.
Oh, man. Woo!
Quarry's cut over his right eye.
Quarry has a light cut over the right eye. Half a minute to go in the round. Good round for Frazier. Here's the corner. Eddie Fudge working on Joe Frazier. Frazier getting out there. Eddie Fudge, his new manager, with the passing of Yank Durham. Round three. Jerry Quarry, the green trunks. Joe Frazier, the pink. Scheduled for 12. Frazier forcing the action.
All right, Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. All great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. We'll continue examining 100 years of world championship fights. Jerry Quarry and smoking Joe Frazier. Fight 2, 1974. What a slugfest this was. And what a treat to watch. Joe Louis Brown Bomber was the referee. This fight had everything. Thanks for watching.
Back the right hand when he has openings
Peace.
for it. Both boys have landed heavy leather. Frazier the heaviest. Quarry working the body a lot. Another low blow. And another low blow by Quarry. In fairness to Quarry, I think Frazier's trumped the fight. A minute to go in the round. Seconds to go in the round. There's Mrs. Quarry, Charlie. There's the bell in round 3.
Great round, great round.
Angelo, this is almost a replica of their fight in 1969, isn't it? There's a puffiness under the left eye of Jerry Quarry. Quarry bleeding from the nose.